Is the Mahdi in the desert? Like, does he come forward? Do he lives there in the desert? Or
Okay, thank you for your question, Deborah from Aruba Islands again. I understand where the question is coming from, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born and brought up in an area that in history, when you read it, it looks like it was a desert. Yeah, it was a desert, but it was a city too. He was born in a city, quite populated one, and quite metropolitan city where people from all different lands around that area used to come to, and they had their own concerns, and they used to come for pilgrimage around the Kaaba. About the question if Mahdi is in a desert or not, no, Mahdi is not in a desert. He is born in an urban household, well educated in a modern family. Why so would be the next question. Why was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in a tribal land when there were other rather you will call so-called civilized lands like Jerusalem, like Persia, like Rome back then. It was a land that was a tribal land, the land of Arab. It happened back then, but it doesn't happen this time. Why so? First of all, Imam Mahdi is not a prophet. The last prophet of all that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to earth was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There will be no prophet after that, after him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Mahdi is just a follower of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the final prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mahdi is just a follower. He is also a descendant from the family, from the lineage of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At the time of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was in itself sort of a miracle that Allah proved that these people, tribal people with limited or no resources at all, could defeat and take over or be more successful than the civilized, arranged, formal armies of Persia and Rome. It was in itself a miracle that these tribal people took over the vast lands of that time. Now, it is already proven, Prophet is not with us anymore. He has veiled himself from, he has been veiled from this earth and from the people. He has passed away from this world. But Mahdi now is in Pakistan, in a modern household. Now it is the context or scenario that you see in the case of Solomon alayhi salam, Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, or Dawood alayhi salam, that they were born in rather established cities, urban areas, because Musa alayhi salam had done all, like Moses alayhi salam had done all the homework, and this whole nation was growing, progressing to the point where it was happening in the urban centers. And now it is the same case, that the whole nation, the Muslim Ummah, has been established, the religion has been established, it is known to the world. Now a leader will come from an urban household, from an urban area, well educated, up to the mark, with all those modern skills that you expect a modern man to have. He will be given the leadership in rather you call this civilized world, where all those urban lands, they take leadership. Most leaderships come from the urban areas. So that's what it will go like, that he will be just like anyone else, just like it happens in other nations as well. So he will come from an urban household, but he will have the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with him, Allah's blessings, and special messaging, special signs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he will be recognized and he will be handed over the leadership, and that leadership would have all of Allah's mercy, blessings with him, and then he will lead the Muslim Ummah, take over the world, and even the Christians, Jews, and other nations would come and follow the true Islam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it will be established and known to anyone. There will be no excuse. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all the Christians and Jews the sight of truth and the light of Islam, so they realize the truth and come and join the true religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we can be the brothers and sisters and the brotherhood in this world and in hereafter as well, so we can be in Jannah, in the heavens together, inshallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the vision and the sight to the right path. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'a wa arina al-batila batilan warzuqna ijtinaba. Oh Allah, give us the sight and realization of the truth and make us follow that. And oh Allah, make us the sight and realization of the falsehood and make us avoid the falsehood. Ameen ya Rabbul Alameen.